Welcome to the Mischief. I'm Valen, and this is Magical Mischief Tour. You may have noticed that my armor is slightly different than what it once was. There's a good reason for that. And that's because my old armor set, it's very, very flimsy and broke. With all those thorns attacks that I was doing with those guys, it actually kind of wrecked the armor quite quickly. And I took some serious damage at some point. But I just took some of the armor that I got from the mobs that were spawning there and put it on myself. So I've got this here for now. Let's keep that in my inventory. But I am now wearing Protection 10 Thorns 3, Projectile Protection 10, and Fire Protection 10 on some netherite armor. So I'm still doing alright. I'm just a little tiny bit weaker with my magic, because my mana doesn't come out so quickly. But I think we can still manage regardless. So let's continue on with some of this questing and more spoilery content. If you guys haven't already played this mod, you definitely should. Hello, dude. I'm just going to smack you in the bum. Let's see what else we've got here. There's an interesting spot here. I don't see anything that I can really do in this room. Oh, by the way, my sword, the great sword, it can attack through walls, so that's always a benefit. I suppose I could put some. Oh, there's a lever up there. Okay, and I just heard something open far away. Okay, and that is probably what I heard. Okay, we'll go up. And, oh, hey, okay, I recognize this area. So this is a shortcut, again, to get back to where we were. Okay, so that's just really cool. I did not know that would be there, but let's continue on exploring. There's plenty more rooms to get into. I've already gotten in that one. So let's continue on with a little bit more. I did notice that there are some drowned spawners here. But I can't get them to spawn. Even if I turn off all the lights, they still don't spawn, and I bet it's because of the lack of water. And I was thinking if I put water here, they might spawn, but then it'll also wash away the lever. So I was just like, nah, it's just not really worth it. There's no easy opening there, at least. I bet you we end up opening that up later on as we progress. That's a triple spawner. Spiders? Whoa! Okay, pig spiders. Spider pig. Okay. I love it. Okay, spider pig. That's a really nice one. So, what else do we have? Another mystery. Oh. And so I went and I grabbed one of the bows that I have, and I didn't have any arrows, so I killed some skeletons. But not a problem. Oh. And I need to shoot another one because I wasn't fast enough. There we go. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Shulker shells. More netherite. And another red key, which makes... I have 4 of those now, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. Oh, there was a chest that I missed. Hold on. I'm sure you guys remember when I came back over here. Hello. When I came down here originally, I didn't realize that there was a barrel right there, and I noticed it in editing of the previous episode. So once again, tons more loot. Oh, and another block of netherite. Gosh. All right, back on the trail. We've got a couple different doorways. Oh, this is a simple one. That just opens up the shortcut that I think I saw earlier. That would have been nice to know if because I just flew all around those corners to get back and forth. Anyway. Let's open this up and head to the next area, I'm guessing, because usually that's what red keys are meaning so far. Oh boy. Alright. Go this way. And we're in a new area. It looks like once I go through, I can't get back. Oh. Oh, okay. I'm turning on some lights because I feel like I've got enough keys right now. This looks ominous. I'm going to eat some of my last few monster tartars. I have plenty of golden carrots, but it's a nice place. Are those wither rose? That's a wither rose. Okay, I might have a little fly around the room and see what we can see around here. There are wither roses dabbed in here. But I don't see any enemies. Ugh. Okay. There's... What is this thing? Can I highlight it? It is... No, that's just... I'm just seeing the vines. I'm not actually seeing that. Levitation crystal. I has a suspicion. Is this a... Oh. Conquer the castle? Travel through the castle dungeon and find the levitation crystal. Okay. That's just me walking through there. And if I pull this lever... Does the sacred castle thing? It does. And technically I can now... Oh, and there's an actual levitation crystal. I can now, like, harvest stuff without, you know, worry. Like this. Oh my gosh. Okay. And get rid of all the long grass. And there may be a bunch of other things in here. But I can harvest everything now. Not that I couldn't before, but I guess that's the reward point, and then you can go back through. So, is there... Ow! That darn wither rose. Is there a way up and out of here, I wonder? Okay, so I dug my way back up through the tree that was in the roof of that room, and we can now have a look around the inside of this area with all the mobs and everything that were kind of wandering around aimlessly that we could sometimes see. Wow, this is just a huge place. Okay. Alright, so it's not too bad getting out of there from there, but you can see the core. At all times I'm pretty much within about like 60 blocks of the center of where I started. But I never actually finished exploring outside, because there are lots of little rooms like this with beacons and blocks of diamond. Jeez, oh Pete's. Alright, and normally the effect would be in place for, well, stuff to, you know, not be breakable. So this would teach you early stuff. Oh my gosh, there's Mending, Unbreaking 3, Elytra, 2 conduits. And this is on the outside here. Oh my gosh. Heck, I'll even take the fire coral. Why not? Sky's the limit. Find an elytra. Okay, well, I guess that's a thing. Alright, and here's another room. With more diamond block ceilings and all this stuff. And I can't open this because it requires netherite, but... I guess I could have just pressed the button. But, yeah. Cobwebs, diamonds, another elytra with Unbreaking and Mending? Wow. And this is unique. It's not really a puzzle so much as it's water completely filled with pufferfish and a chest at the other end. Let's see if I can actually... Ow! 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 They're so rude. Oh my gosh. And this is at the beginning on the outside. Would you all just stop? There's so many of them, and that's a crazy hat, but it's very appropriate for you, Mr. Pufferfish. Nice. Full set of netherite. Even though I've had each of them already, strangely, maybe it's because they weren't new? I don't know. Either way, this room is dangerous. I'm getting out of here. Oh my gosh, and yet another absolutely crazy chest of stuff. I don't even have space for all this anymore. Ha! And I forgot that you can actually put elytras in your back slot as well. That may mess up with some of my flight mechanics though, since I've already got wings and a jumping mechanic, so I'm just going to leave that for now. But, oh, I also got a netherite pickaxe. Nice. With Mending and Silk Touch, of course. Okay. Things that I was looking for a long time ago, but hey, you know what? Coming here, yes, the loot is overpowered and amazing, but... Oh, ow, ow, ow. That hurts. But still, well worth all the traps and the experience itself. It's just really, really amazing. Alright, one last sleep here in this bed, and then I think what I'm going to do is take out my recall amulet and... Oh wait, that won't work. That's going to take me back to here. Oh. Well then, I guess I've got a long flight ahead of me. Well, I feel like I've pretty much conquered this place. There still is a little bit of loot here and there. As you can see, there's still the beacons, and most of the exterior of this thing is made from like end rods or similar. But yeah, I think I'm going to head back, and I've got a plan for what we're going to work on next because my inventory is a mess, and I think we're going to work towards getting some magical storage going for this stuff. Now, this is going to be a longer trek as well. We're going to get into some occultism, but it is also a really fun mod for some other things too. And I have exactly the perfect place in mind for where to set up. I'm back home. It was quite a trip. I mean, I actually did fly the entire distance. I kind of paralleled it and kind of swooped around looking while I was going. But nothing really too fancy out there. I mean, the loot we just found was pretty darn epic, truth be told. So I figured next we'd try clearing some things out. I mean, we've got one of these towers over here, and you're supposed to get to the top to get to the loot here. See if I can do this proper and aim down at the bottom and work my way up. Instead of Rift, though, because I went through and I cleared out inventories and I kind of sorted some things with my chests. So I've got plenty of stuff going on. My armor is pretty much done. I put it back on. It needs to be repaired. We'll go over that shortly, but I figured this would make things a little bit more challenging while I'm over here. I am going to change my spell to be a light spell because I actually want this area to be lit up for now. But I'm also thinking I'm going to take a look and see if there's any loot around here that is worthwhile. Oh, let's actually put a light down first thing here. Excuse me. I still have some pretty decent damage just with my bare fists. And yeah, there's some pretty good loot in here, truth be told. Not too bad. Plus smite, just regular iron ingots and stuff like that. Always good stuff to have. Oh, and it looks like there are also some really annoying little guys. Where are they? You! Oh my gosh, I hate them so much. There's a little spawner here. I actually don't want any of these spawners in these places. Because, hello little froggy zombie, you're actually really darn cute. I can't say I can complain about that one. But there's a reason that I'm thinking about exploring this tower a bit, and it's not because it's really much of a challenge to me at this point, because it really isn't. I still have damage reduction from my ring and all that good stuff, so these guys are just going down real quick and easy. I get the loot easy, and I can obviously break the spawners easy as well. If I would have gone for this earlier on, it probably would have been a little bit easier to work with, but as it is, it's still not bad at all. Oh, I hate this thing. It needs to go. Yep, there we go. No, none of those guys are going to spawn anymore if I can help it. And again, there's some okay loot in here. Oh, Frostwalker enchant. Okay. I'll probably grab these things from the chests as I go. I will grab the gold. I could make a nether piggy bank, and I did make a gold or a diamond piggy bank, put that in there, but ouch. Oh, you little jerk. You little jerk. Come here, you. Yeah, that's right. I think that does it for him. But what I'm thinking here is I'm going to use this area and these different floors for some occultism. Because occultism requires a lot of rituals. If you're not familiar with the mod, let me shake this out and actually get the book. There it is, Dictionary of Spirits, Occultism. Now this is a little bit weird. You don't just read it left to right in all cases. So you kind of have to look around a bit in order to understand everything. Your best bet, I hate to say it, is to read the entire book, and then you might have an idea of what you're doing. Otherwise, I did do some bit by bits on it, but there are some rituals. I think I can just choose one. Like Ophic's Calling's pretty basic. It's a good size. Let's see if it'll fit. Yeah, it'll fit in here. So if I click here, you can see that these circular rituals should work pretty good, and they've got like a 8-block radius from the center. And it kind of goes up and down. So this would be great for a ritual tower. And I'm thinking I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to empty it out. And I'm going to... I don't know what I'm going to do with this guy. I might put him in a gem for now and keep him around as a pet. And then I think we can use this for just different... excuse me. for the different rituals to be set up. Now there's tons of them though. There's like about 15 or so, and I don't think I have enough floors for it. But that doesn't mean that we can't go up any higher. Die, you little jerk. But before we do all that, as I'm probably going to do that between episodes rather than, you know, kind of just do a quick side shift or something like that, we're going to go through making some of the basics for this, and that involves, well, hallucinogens. In this case, it's really just you're eating something to enable you to see things better and obtain certain materials. And before I even get started in that, I keep forgetting that my armor, look at this, it's pretty ragged looking. In fact, I'm surprised it's somehow held together by like tie wire and duct tape, but we're gonna try fixing this up quick. If you look at it, it does say it's broken, but you can take it to a runic anvil and repair it with infused silk and a sorceress sewing set. First, I'm gonna need a whole bunch of infused silk, so let's just do a quick drawing, get that set up. I still love the animation of the sound, it's great. And then right click. There we go, and we do a little dance. I'm going to make a bunch of it because these things are just, there we go. Missing required item, that's fine, actually. 14 infused silk, that's a good start. Because I also need infused thread. The sorceress sewing set, which I think that this has changed in different versions, I don't know. I'm a few versions behind on Mana and Artifice. I'm looking to update the pack, but it will take me some time to do so. But I do need infused thread to make it, plus a Vintium needle. So first, let's make the thread, which is just more infused silk and Vintium dust. There we go. That's not too bad. And as before, I can make some with an empty hand and then use those. Now I think I might need 6 of these. I can't remember, but I will still need the sorceress sewing set, which is superheated Vintium and a pattern Vintium needle. Oh, I'm going to have to make a pattern. Oh, all right. Be right back. There we go, one pattern for a Vintium needle. Put this on here. I'm going to grab the hammer as usual. Put that on top, then smash it. Ta-da! And I get the needle. And of course I still have the book up here. Let's close that up. And I think if I use this, yeah, I just need to craft it with that in a crafting grid. So I can do this. It makes that, and then I can take it to a runic anvil and repair it with infused silk and a sorceress sewing set. Okay, so if I take this down, put this on a runic anvil, and then infused silk on top of that, and then sewing set. Oh, nice. Okay, and it took a little bit of durability damage on the on here. Protection 4, that's all I had on there. I swear I had more than that, but I guess it's fine. Let's put this down, one of these, and then click, and I get that back. Oh, no, please don't try and infuse that in there. That's an interesting thought. Yeah, this one's got tons of spells on it. I need to take a look at the leggings and see if there's more stuff I can put on there. Maybe I ran out of mana or something, or XP. There we go, and I now have this, and protection 4 Unbreaking and Thorns. Okay, cool. And those are all now repaired. Wonderful. My Vintium supplies are kind of running low, and rather than go mining at the moment, which I could, because I have a little bit more Vintium ore, I figured I would actually kind of, I don't know, make things stretch a little bit further. And that's more or less with the idea here that we kind of enhance these runic forges, or at least one of them. And I think I'm going to have to move it too. Alright, so looking in the book, I see Runeforge upgrade Chimerite crystals. By placing pedestals directly adjacent to a Runeforge or Brimstone Forge with Chimerite crystals on top of them, I can alter its effect slightly. Red, yellow, or orange crystals will apply an ore doubling effect if there are 2 of them. White, cyan blue, or light blue will cause the forge to repair items put into it, though it will no longer be able to smelt if upgraded in this manner. There may be more to come in the future. So that's really cool. I could use the Runeforge ultimately to double my ores, and I could also use it to repair my equipment, which I think I'd like to try that with my my lion hide here. That's pretty darn cool. And I'm kind of thinking I might. Oops, boy. Sometimes I forgot. Without the heavy armor on, I'm super speedy now. But let's remove this, and we can have the other rune forge on the other side. One of them can be dedicated to ore doubling. The other one can be dedicated to item repair, whether it be tools or weapons or armor, who knows. But either way, I like this idea. Now looking here, I have plenty of Chimerite gems, which should be fine, and I have lots of dyes as well, so I can make some of those easy enough. This is just a regular crafting grid. And then the pedestals I think you've seen before as well. I just need to kind of grab some items, make some things on the altar, and I think I'll be set. There we go, 4 pedestals, simple enough. And then I'm going to get 2 red and 2 light blue and put them on here. See how this works. Okay, there we are. Now, what was it that each one did? All right, so the blue or light colored is repair. So let's take this, put that on there, because that'll probably take some time. And then the other one is ore doubling. So let's put this on here and see how that goes. Ooh, neat effects. Okay, I like this a lot. We're at 457. I put it on there, and I'm going to walk away for a bit, and we'll come back to it and see if it's actually changed. All right, well, I'm guessing that it doesn't actually repair this item. Maybe I'll try something. Oh, I don't want to use a pickerang on there. Let me try a battle axe. Oh, okay. So some items are repairable, other items are not. I don't know why that one's not repairing. Maybe it's something to do with the Greek fantasy item, but it seems to be working with some other items at least. Now, not to worry though, there are other ways of repairing stuff in this pack. This is just probably one of the simpler ones, and I probably should have gone through this route much sooner. And there we go, 1 completely repaired axe. Nice. Let's take something like this recall amulet and see if it works as well. Yes, yes it does. All right, cool. This is very nice. And that means that all that gear that I just got, I can actually repair it as well. All the netherite stuff and the super OP equipment, I can repair it and not need to worry too much about it. It's already a little bit repaired. And this shield was mostly broken, by the way, so this is really cool. All right, there we go. The Infinity Mending Power 10 Punch 6 ImpossiBow. And yeah, that looks good to me. I just need, what, 1 arrow? So let's grab 1 arrow. And that should do it for me to be able to, yeah, pretty much kill things. It's pretty good bow. Let's check out the damage that this does here. 35 points in damage. That's not bad. And the ImpossiBow is pretty good. So I encourage you all to make the same bow yourself. I was able to get enough bows from drops and loot in the previous one to make that really, really good. Alright, not long ago I put a bunch of Vintium dust in here. Yep, I put 10 in and I got 20 out. Nice! Okay, so I've got a doubling mechanic that doesn't even cost any fuel to process things. This is phenomenal. But it does only take 16 items at a time, same as usual. And I believe that you can actually pipe in and out of this thing as well. But as I'm not into create yet, I figure just a manual process is pretty nice. I'll just put in 16 at a time whenever I think about it, especially on things that I'm low on, like Vintium. So I'm pretty sure you've all seen a bunch of the seeds for the Demon's Dream fruit. They're these ones here that they just pop up everywhere. And you may or may not, most likely may not, if you've ever heard of occultism or at least experimented with it, have wondered what the heck that's about. Well, I'm pretty much going to show you, but I do need a few items, and that is going to be a flint and steel, or just a way of setting a fire, but I just prefer the vanilla method for now, especially since I can repair this thing if I really want to. A safe area to light things, and if I light something, it should stay lit forever, but I don't know if that's been changed in the configs. I can't remember at this point if it will. Either way, I'm gonna light this down and then regret it because I need to throw this down first. I throw down one of the Demon's Dream fruit, and you get yourself one of these, a spirit flame. Or is it a soul flame? I can't remember. It's neither, it's spirit fire. Okay, so you take that, and then you get some items that you want to convert, namely andesite, as well. Oh, yeah, and it's just temporary. Okay, so we're going to need to put that on a log so that it doesn't go out. But I'm going to need a whole bunch of andesite. I'm also going to need a whole bunch of saplings. Alright, so I don't have as much andesite as I had hoped, but it should still work. I also will need at least one wooden block, or let's make it more official and put down a piece of netherrack. And this is just temporary for now. Like I said, I'm going to try dressing up this tower a bit and make things look a little bit nicer. But again, I'm going to throw down one of these, and then I'm going to light it. That should stay lit, unless of course it starts raining, which it would then put it out. But you can just cover over top of the block, like with some kind of roof or something, and it's good. The other thing is, it doesn't hurt you. It's safe to stand in, so there's no worries about that. But then you can take things like andesite, if you can even throw it over the edge here. I'll just stand up here and throw it, and it turns it into other stone, which it's a 1-to-1. You just need to be sure to stand close enough. The other thing is you take some saplings. I would suggest just vanilla versions. Throw them in there and you get some unstable otherworld saplings. And then with those, you can plant them and they'll grow regular oak trees. Alright, there we go. I've planted 10 saplings for now. I'm going to go get some bone meal and I'm going to get these things growing up. Now you don't have to have any bone meal for this. I'm just doing it for the sake of expediency. And there we go. I now have all the saplings are grown. So then if you take some of the Demon's Dream fruit and prepare a spell, let's actually do something a little bit more interesting. Let's try felled oak and see if this works. Now if you chop down these trees as they are now, you'll just get regular oak wood. But if you eat some Demon's Dream fruit first and go under the effects of it, and then harvest all these things, you should get otherworld wood. There we go, and now felled oak. Does not work. Okay, how about this? That seems to work. Okay, and you can see there that it wore off just at that moment, but I got 5 otherworld wood and 1 oak logs. So, because I was missing where these things are, I need to actually like kind of set these all in a line or something like that. But then you can just eat another one. And it might not work because you'll start getting a little bit tolerant of it. So you might have to eat a few in order to get all the drops from these things. And then you should be able to collect all the regular wood from there. Overall, I think 45 otherworld wood is a really good starting point. 45 other stone, I like to have 3 stacks of that stuff if at all possible. But that involves a mining run. Now, why do I need these? Because these are going to be some of the base ingredients that you're going to need in order to get started in occultism. Now, as a lot of the getting started of, well, just a lot of the mod itself is making these different pentacles, you're also going to need some chalk. Now, there's 3 different levels of chalk, and each one has its different difficulties with obtaining. The first one isn't too bad. If you look here, I just put in @occultism. You can look up the regular chalk, but there's a previous version of that. That's the impure versions. These are basically just the chalk that hasn't been tossed into a spirit fire yet. But each one of these has their own ingredients. Impure is going to be burnt otherstone and otherworld ashes, which is made from otherstone that's been smelted and from otherworld wood that's been tossed in a spirit fire. So you can see where we're going with those 2 ingredients that we just made at this point. But for now, let's just start off with the basic stuff. I'm going to go smelt up some otherstone, and then the otherworld ashes I should be able to make from some of this. Let's toss 3 of these into the fire. And I got 3 otherworld ashes. That's simple. Alright, now 3 of these otherworld ashes, 3 of the burnt otherstone makes impure white chalk. Tossing that into one of these fires, and pow, I now have white chalk. Alright, getting a little bit of some wool from my farm over here. I'm also going to make a chalk brush. This is pretty basic stuff, and you don't have to have it, but it will make things a lot simpler if you make a mistake with your chalk. And then you can use it to make some really basic stuff to start with. Now, if I were to start using it here, I'd run into problems with all the stuff in the way. But you just right click and you can make it, and you can see it has durability, but as we now have a repair option, I wonder if that'll work. And if you try breaking it, even with a pick or something like that, it takes a while. Though with my bonuses I have right now, it doesn't take very long at all. But with a chalk brush, which has no durability, you can just right click and the chalk writings go away. I think this is probably a pretty good spot to pause and stop. Excuse me, maybe even do a little toot. What I'm going to do is, like I said before, I'm going to clean up that tower, kind of make it a little bit more presentable for rituals in the future, and then we can start using it for making some of our occultism progress towards a central inventory storage system that isn't just a whole bunch of barrels and chests dotted all over the house, which will really help clean up things and save myself a lot of time and effort. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give a like, comment, subscribe. I hope you all had a good holiday, and if not, that you still have a chance to do so. Anyway, if you want to check us out, please stop by on Twitch. Don't be afraid to hit that notification bell. Until next time, folks, I'll see ya.